Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So, following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Rodgers. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey,
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option to give to Swift here. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big... On 3rd, here's an option play right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you expect it to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down trots out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And just a 30-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Lions at 11-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. The 1st down run got 5. Back to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. 26 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown run. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And this is so uncharacteristic for him this season. Back-to-back interceptions from a guy who's taken really good care of the ball so far this season. Got to give credit to the defensive coaches, the players on the opposing sideline. Excellent preparation, even better.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Off the play fake, Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Going back to Love. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. First down, going to the air with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
In motion left here, Landry. Final play of the half, Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded right around the 8. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Right back to Swift again on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on third down. That one complete. He finds Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 54 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
In motion left comes Williams. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Love from his end zone on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action this time with Love. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 23 yards there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
sideline throw. That's caught by Landry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Love flushed out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And Watson has it right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd down and 4. Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Dancing to his left.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard. They see what they can accomplish.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Kirby Joseph there to drop it.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them
can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action. Love to throw. Out to his left. And this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Love. Eluding the press, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
In motion, the tight end. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Love's throw taken in by Landry.
And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all-time. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go. 32.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
An inside give to Jones. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Love looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Love now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Love now to pass on Aaron Jones. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play fake. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Charles, a lot of happy faces. So not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Keep my way up, you know, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, for the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till I can stun and do it. I'm the best, I'm the best.